Greeting. In the today's part, we are going to discuss about working with worksheet. In the last part, we have discussed about the basic of Excel where we have covered following points. And in the today's part, we are going to discuss about the working with worksheet where we are going to cover following points. So, first thing is how to make a movement around the worksheet. As we are aware that our worksheet is too long, that has been supported by the MS Excel. So, in order to make a movement within a worksheet, the Excel has provided various shortcut keys. This is just for your references. Now, in order to move to a specific location or specific cell, the Excel provided a function key F5. Okay, so you can use this function key F5 in order to move to a specific cell. Now, when we are talking about working with worksheet, whenever you create a workbook, by default name of the worksheet is what? It's a sheet 1. Now, you can perform the following operation, like you can rename the worksheet, you can add or insert the worksheet, you can delete the worksheet, you can hide or copy the worksheet. Now, how to rename the worksheet? So, like we are discussed, by default sheet name is what? It's a sheet 1. So, in order to change the name of the sheet 1, what you need to do is that the procedure has been given over here. Simply right click on this particular sheet tab and then you will find the option called as rename. Specify the name of the new sheet and simply press an enter key. That is the simple procedure that you need to follow in order to rename the worksheet. Now you can add the worksheet based on your requirement. So now in order to simply add a worksheet, what you need to do on the system tab, that is on the sheet tab, what you need to do, simply click on this plus button in order to add a new sheet. Now in order to insert in between these two, you need to follow a following procedure. Simply select the sheet 1 and then follow this particular procedure. That is right click on the sheet 1 and then select what? The insert option and then select a worksheet. Now in order to delete the worksheet, okay, the procedure is very simple, but be careful before deleting a worksheet. Once you have deleted, it is it is not possible to get that worksheet back. So simply select the sheet that you would like to delete, then simply right click on the sheet tab and then select the option called delete. Now in order to hide the worksheet, it might be possible that if you want to hide certain worksheets so that no one will be able to view. So in that case, what you need to do, select the worksheet that you would like to hide, then right click and then select the option called as hide. Now, in order to unhide the worksheet, again, simply right click on the sheet tab and select what? Unhide option, then specify the name of the worksheet that you would like to unhide. And finally, copying the worksheet. It might be possible that in order to have a certain backup for the latter purpose, you may create what? The copy of the worksheet. So again, it's very simple to create the copy of the worksheet. What you need to do is that select the sheet of which you would like to make a copy, then right click and select the option called as move or copy, and then in order to create the copy of that file, simply click on create a copy. That's all. Okay, and later on you can change the name of that particular sheet. Now in the today's practical session, we are going to create such kind of what? A worksheet. Okay, with the say ABC College Chandrapur, then we have what? A certain column names. Okay, then observe we have performed the various formatting options over here. So what are those formatting options? We have merged the cell over here, then we have formatted here by adding certain color, then we have increased the font size, okay, bold, italic, then copying a data with autofill. See, once you have entered the number 1, 2, 3, later on what you need to do, simply drag this and you can fill all this number automatically in the increment of what? 1. Then adjusting the column, observe that the size has been changed, the width of each column has been changed. Okay, similarly you can change what? The row size, and this is what? Wrap text. It means putting the entire data within that cell only. Okay, so how to perform all this operation we will discuss during our practical session. Now, how to create a formula? Formula is one of the most important part of what your worksheet. So it's very simple. So what you need to do is that select the cell where you would like to create the formula, then press what? Equal sign. Okay, and then simply press what? In order to perform the addition of these three, A1 cell plus A2 plus A3. That is the simple way in order to perform the additions of this range. Okay. Now assume if this range is too long. For example, if you want to find out the additions of the values within the range of say A1 to A100, in that case writing in this manner is very difficult. So solution for this is what? Function. So you may use a function something like sum. So A1 colon then A3, if it is 100, in that case 100. So that's the simple way for creating what? A formula. Now, what is relative and absolute cell references? So we will discuss this during our practical session. Okay. Remember simply, whenever we copy a formula from one cell to another, cell reference may use what? One of the following type. It may be a relative cell references or it may be an absolute. Absolute means the cell will remain what? A static, or it may remain a constant only. So we will discuss about this during our practical session. And similarly, if you want to refer, as we know that our book may contain the various worksheets. Now, in order to refer the value of another worksheet into a current, how to do it? Okay. So for that purpose, technique is very simple. If you want to refer the individual cell, then specify the name of the sheet and then explanatory mark and followed by what? A cell address. And if you want to refer the range of cells, in that case, the format is what? Sheet name, explanatory mark, then first cell colon last cell. And if you want to refer the another open workbook, in that case, you need to specify the name of the workbook, then sheet name, and then cell address. So how to perform again all these things, we will discuss about this during our practical session. So in the next part, we will discuss about what if analysis. So now it's the time to do a practical session. So now in order to create a new worksheet, what you need to do, simply click on what? A plus symbol. Okay, so this is what. Now you can rename, simply rename and specify, say, demo. Okay, if you want to delete this, it's very simple. Simply select what? Delete. Okay, so that is how you are able to perform the operation. Now if you want to hide, in that case, what you need to do, simply hide. Now if you want to again unhide, simply click on unhide, specify the name of the sheet. That's all. Okay, now how to specify the formula? Now if you want to find out the additions of these two, the method is what? Very simple. Equal sign B4 plus C4. Okay, now you can copy this formula. Now note the address. It's what? B4 plus C4. And when you are copying this formula, observe what is happening. It is what now? B5 plus C5. This is your B6 plus C6. It means what? This is what? Your relative cell addresses. Whenever you are copying a formula, it is what? Relative cell addresses. Now you can format it. Now again, if you want to find out the additions of all this, now instead of specifying the equal sign with all the cell values, what you can use? You can use the sum function. Sum function from what? B15 colon to F15. It's very simple now. Okay, and again simply copy. You can again format the printer. Okay, so we have seen how to work with the formula. Now we will try to create the worksheet and we will see how to merge, how to create this kind of effect, all those things. So for that purpose, we will take very simple example. ABC College, Chandrapur. Assume we would like to have what? A roll number, then name of the student, then marks of paper 1, marks of paper 2, marks of paper 3, then we want a total mark, then we need a percentage of the student, and finally the result of the student, whether he pass or fail. Okay, so enter the number, roll number, suppose 1 2 3, and then what you need to do is that simply select this tree and then drag it. So this is what your autofill. Now how to merge the cell? Observe that this value has been specified within the A1 cell. Now how to merge it? Simply select this range and then merge and center. Okay, that is what? Merging the cell. Now how to format? Simply select the cell and then if you want to increase the font size, color, bold, italic, underline. Okay, these are what? These are nothing but your formatting options. Similarly, I am selecting this. I would like to have all of the values in the center alignment and bold. Okay, and box around all the values. Okay, now suppose name Raj, mark, okay. Now let's see if you want to change the column width. It's very simple. Now next one is, suppose there is one more student, say Raj, Raman, Malhotra. Observe that it is not possible to put this entire value within the cell. In that case, what you need to do, simply click on what? Wrap text. Okay. Now again, values. Now how to create the formula? It's very simple. Now one way is what? Simply click on what? By specifying the equal sign. Second one is auto sum. Okay, and then press enter key. Now how to find out the percentage? So simply place the cursor over here, then F4 divided by 3. Assume each paper is of 100 marks. Okay. Now how to get the result? It means student must score minimum 35 marks in each paper in order to declare him as a pass. So if what? C4 is greater than equal to 35 and D4 is greater than equal to 35 and E4 greater than equal to 35, then declare the result as what? Pass. Otherwise fail. Okay. Now what you need to do, simply copy this formula. That's very simple. Okay. Now in order to have this up to 2 digits, simply decrease the fraction part. Now what we are going to do, I have some sample data. I am simply copying these values. Okay. Now what I need to do, simply drag. Okay, and again here. So observe that it's very simple to create what? The mark sheet. So what we have seen in this particular example, we have seen how to merge the cell, then how to format. Okay, you can also specify the background color, then how to copy data with the autofill, then how to edit the column weight. This is what your row height. Then we have seen how to edit the column width and row width, and finally we have also seen wrap text. Okay. Now we have also seen about how to naming the worksheet, how to add a new worksheet, how to delete the worksheet, how to hide the worksheet, and now we will discuss how to copy the worksheet. So simply right click, move or copy. If you want to create a copy, simply click on create a copy and observe the name of the new sheet. What is the name of the current worksheet? It's a working with worksheet. So new name is what? Working with worksheet 2. So you can rename this later on as per your requirement. Student data. Okay. Then, so we have seen how to create a student data worksheet. Now how to refer the cell address. Now assume if you want to find out what? The multiplication table of this. So what is the formula here? It is what? A3 multiplied by B3. A3 multiplied by B3. Okay. Now if you are going to copy this, see what is going to happen. So whenever you are copying a formula, see what is happening. It is what? A4. We don't have any value over here. So by default it is considered what? 0. So whenever you are copying the formula, it is what? It is copying what? The relative addresses rather than considering it as a fix. Now how to fix these values? Okay. Now in order to keep this as an absolute, what you need to do is that D3 multiply by E3 and then select these values and press function key F4. Okay, and finally equal sign, and now copy this. Okay, now observe here formula. It is remain what? D3 only. Even if you are copying the formula, it is what? It is remain the D3 will remain the constant or static. Okay, so now you can format it as per your requirement. Okay, now take one more example to learn about the relative and absolute addresses. Now, if you want to find out the simple interest, assume the rate of interest has been given, the principal amount is 1000 rupees, and the year for which you would like to find out the simple interest is what? 1, 2, 3. So specify the formula. Principal amount is in column H3, then multiply by number of years, that is I3, multiply by rate of interest, that is what? I1. Okay, so now what you want to do, so it is very simple. It has calculated this one divided by 100. Don't forget. Now if you are going to copy this formula, what is going to happen? It will show the zeros. Now what we need to do, we need to fix the rate as well as the principal amount. So for that purpose, what we need to do, select the column HC and press function key F4. Similarly, rate of interest is in I1 column, so select again this one and again fix it by pressing what function key F4. Okay, and then press enter key and now copy the formula. Okay, so I hope that you understood how to work with the cell relative addresses and the cell absolute cell addresses. Now we will discuss about how to refer the values of another sheet into a current sheet. Now assume this is your sheet 2 and the rate of interest is specified here 7.2, and now you want to refer this particular values in this particular sheet. Okay, so what you need to do, this is what is the name of the sheet? It's a sheet 2 and address is what? B1. Let's check once again. It's a B1. Okay, and what you need to do, you need to make it absolute address, function key F4, and now press enter key and copy this formula. Okay, so now whenever you are making any changes over here, suppose it is now 8.2. okay, what you need to do, you don't need to do anything, it has been made automatically. All the changes have been take place automatically. So whenever you are making any changes in this particular sheet 2, those changes will be take place automatically in this particular cell values. Okay, so I hope that you understood all the part that what we have discussed in the today's session. So with that, thank you very much.